warm welcome to West Country Soccer with a reminder there of Bristol City's success against Brighton back at Ashton Gate last September. Well, since then, both sides have battled through the long winter, and they're both in with a chance of qualifying for the promotion playoffs. Well, can City tonight complete a double over Brighton and join the Sussex club in that playoff section? Well, we'll see the answer to that, and we'll also hope to be bringing you the pictures of Swindon's home match against Notts County. So here come Bristol City out onto the Goldstone ground pitch. 9th in the table, 5 matches to go. Can they finish in the top 7? Well, tonight's going to be a big part of the answer to that question. Now, looking at the City side, a very interesting move there by manager Jimmy Lumsden. He's decided to play all 3 strikers. Normally, he permutates 2 from Nicky Morgan, Bob Taylor and Wayne Allison, but today he's thrown them all in. The Brighton side that's 6th in the table with 4 matches to go. Can they return to the First Division after an 8-year absence? Well, they've won only 1 of their last 6 games, so they have been faltering, but they're still in 6th position, and so they regard it as all to do tonight. They regard this as a match they must win if they're to qualify for those playoffs. The referee tonight is Roger Wiseman. Nice name for a referee, let's hope he is, from Boreham Wood. Chase and Allison's in there, but no trouble for Perry Digweed, who's come through a fitness test on a neck injury to play. Bryant. It's Clive Walker. Good ball to Small. Barham. Good cross. A good move by the home side there, and Mike Small in on that cross. City survive at the cost of a corner kick. Barham's cross is nicely weighted, isn't it? And Small nearly on the end of it there. So Dean Wilkins with another in-swinging corner, left-footed. Bad one. Scott cut it out. Barham has it. Wilkins with another chance to get a better set piece. He's aiming for the far post there, but Bob Taylor back in defence, helping out. Looking for Nicky Morgan, but there were 5 blue and white shirts in his way, and this is dangerous. This is Walker. It's on his wrong foot, and it's just wide there. Clive Walker applauding the pass, and you see there, he gets past Bright, but he's on his wrong foot. His left is his best, so there's not the power he'd have liked, and City survive. So anxious moments there for Jimmy Lumsden on the City bench as his goalkeeper leaning gets the ball into play. City struggling to get any sort of midfield control here. This is Nicky Morgan. That's for Byrne to chase, but Marden showing his speed there. For Morgan, got a bit of space here and a good smart shot, couldn't keep it down. Nicky Morgan there showing the expertise. He's brought in 14 goals this season, City's leading scorer. See, the pass is nicely laid in by Hazelwood. Morgan's got the experience to get the position, but the defender came across him and made it difficult for him to keep the ball down. Digweed survives. Gardner, crumpling. Small against Bryant. City's throw. So Martin Scott with the throw to Newman. to Hazel. It's a chase for Taylor and Allison, and Digweed just arrives in time, and that was a moment there which Allison showed his speed, and a little bit of a hesitation there by Digweed. Mr. Wiseman having none of any penalty claims. Byrne, good control, getting away from Hazelwood. Nice little in turn here for Small. And another corner kick. There you see the race, Allison and the keeper, and that could have broken. And City wanting a handball there by the number 6. It did hit his hand, but I wouldn't have thought it was necessarily intentional, and certainly Mr. Wiseman didn't think it was against Gary Childers. Meanwhile, here's the corner kick from Wilkins. Leaning comes, doesn't get it, and fortunately for him, it's over the top. Nasty moment there for Andy Leaning. Goalkeeper's nightmare, coming for a corner and not being able to get to it, but fortunately the strike was over his crossbar. City throw. Young Bryant should move forward now, the number 5, the boy with a long throw. Yes, here he comes, only 20 years of age, just making a name for himself as a defender. It is the extra part of Bryant is this long throw. Just to make the most of it, City's chances might not be too many tonight. But it doesn't work. But at least it puts pressure on them, and Shelton can knock it forward now for Bob Taylor. And he's not offside. Looking for support. It arrives in the form of Scott, who can't quite control the quick pass. Hazelwood's there. Knocking it in again. This is Allison. Can he get a touch on it? Well, he just couldn't find Morgan, but this is a good City move. And that's Morgan to Llewellyn, the instant cross. But Wilkins picks it up for Brighton. To Byrne. To Wilkins. To Codney. Nice move inside Hazelwood. A lovely ball back to Johnny Byrne. Good flowing football by both sides now. Byrne turns inside. Rob Newman picks it up. Now, Taylor. Compton has it. Llewellyn. Good shielding by Nicky Moore. Shelton to Allison. Taking on pace. But this man, Wilkins again with a neat little pass to Mike Small. Barham. Crumpler. Foul there against Barham. Free kick to Brighton. That's Mark Barham. That's Small. City finding it difficult to build their moves. Handball there. Yes, sir. So now this is a situation in which Dean Wilkins will probably be looking to have a pop at goal. He's the dead ball specialist. His elder brother Ray, of course, a well-known midfield star for England and Queen's Park Rangers. Now what's younger brother Dean going to cook up here? He's got Chivers with him, and he's got Wilkins there. Is he going to curl it with his left foot? He's obviously trying to work out what the goalkeeper's ideas are. Is the goalkeeper, has he strayed off his line? Will he pop it over the top? He's looking for the curler, and it's wide. Dean Wilkins just on the yard. Leaning had it covered anyway. Skipper working hard at the back at the moment. Not too much opportunity to get forward. This is Hazelwood's free kick. Allison's knocked it down. Shelton on the ball. Turns it inside. Was that a handball there? Mr. Wiseman right in position to say no. But it is a corner kick. City's first of the half. After 25 minutes, an absolute barrage of corner kicks at the other end. So, City skipper number 8 there, a specialist at scoring from dead ball positions, Martin Scott, to curl it in. But it's Johnny Byrne who gets it away, and Hazelwood now got nobody wide on the right, so it's back to right fullback Llewellyn for the knock-in there. Shelton over the top. Yes, chance here. Very good effort indeed by Nicky Morgan. Very good City move there. Llewellyn's quick, intelligent ball there. Lovely flick on by Shelton. And there's Nicky Morgan. And that's an excellent save by Digweed. So, Scott again with the corner kick for City. Up go the heads. Another beautiful ball out there by Shelton to Scott. And there's the aerial barrage. Taylor and almost Allison there, and you can see why City are playing these three strikers, because they are causing Brighton's defence some problems. Plenty of Bristol defenders there, but they haven't got it away yet. Now, Morgan. It's a lovely ball for Allison. He's away. It's 1 against 1. And it was a good shot, but Digweed was perfectly positioned, and a good piece of goalkeeping and a piece of finishing which was just not perfect. So excellent play by Morgan here, who lays it in. Allison spotted it. He's really got away. At that stage, he doesn't shoot. Maybe he should have done that. One more shot, and then Digweed perfectly positioned. But what a great chance for the City. Small to Byrne. He's quick, this lad, and is this just on the edge of the box? Byrne's quickness there, hustling and bustling City players on the free kick, just on the edge. Now, this is a very dangerous position now, because it's smack in front of goal, so all the angle that Dean Wilkins will want is there for him to make. City have got to get their wall right, and it's got to hold firm. And then they've got to pick up the rebound if they do manage to block it before Brighton whip it in there. This is very dangerous for Bristol City. 36 minutes gone. Dean Wilkins, the dead ball specialist, 19 yards from goal, and a free shot at it. And that's cleared off the line, and it's the secondary strike, which is also over the top, so City survive. Good defensive cover by Bristol City. There's the free kick, look. That was firmly headed off the line, wasn't it, by young Bryant, I think it was. Bryant's given it away here. Disaster almost. And Chivers couldn't cash in. What a chance there. What a chance for Chivers there. Couldn't have believed his luck. Young Bryant's going to give it away here. Oh my goodness me, what have I done, he says, but fortunately Chivers lets him off and hits it at the goalkeeper. And here we have Wayne Addison with another chance here for City. Taking his time, and a cracking effort, and again, superb save from Perry Digweed. Well, we've got the action here at both ends there. Chivers should have scored. Allison might have done. Small to Barrow. Well cut out by Scott, but offside against City. There you see the angled opportunity for Allison. It's not easy to score from there. Improves his angle, gives it a good bang, but Digweed got himself in position and hung on to it. Here it comes. Scott takes it in swinging. Digweed has to punch it. Good control by Scott. Allison wide there, but slips over, unfortunately. Morgan rushes out to make the width to Rob Newman. If he can just slip one man now. There's a bit of a chance here for Newman. Over the top, and he knows that was an excellent chance, and very well worked indeed for the City skipper, but just got underneath it. To Small, to Wilkins, to Gatton. This could well be the last attack for Brighton in this half. Up goes Rob Newman, and heads it away, but only to Byrne, and a quick shot there, but no danger on it, and leaning happy to let it go by. John Byrne there. Lively for Brighton, but yet to break through. Andy leaning under a lot of pressure for much of the half, but he's done well. He's come through it. So Roger Winesman ends the first half. It's Brighton 0, Bristol City 0, but a half in which, although Andy Leaning, the City goalkeeper, had so much to do, at the other end it was Perry Digweed who was required to make the more spectacular save. So we'll take a break now and see you in a few minutes to see who can make the breakthrough in this playoff contest, Brighton against Bristol City. So, welcome back to this contest for an eventual place in the second division promotion playoffs between Brighton and Bristol City. Bristol City getting the second half in motion in their red tops against a Brighton side in their blue and white stripes. And a Brighton side which must have had a very interesting half-time talk, because although they had so much of the play, they could well have been about 4 goals to 1 down. So much more clear and frequent were Bristol City's chances from much less possession. So a fascinating second half to take shape now, because one of these sides could make a real positive move towards their place in those playoffs now. This is Barham, once of England, and Norwich. And that's why, because a good cross, wasn't it? Llewellyn gets it away, and well anticipated by Gary Shelton. A quick ball, but Pates gets to it. Walker tidies up. Gatting to Walker, but Shelton in there making life difficult, and City have pinched it. Shelton to Morgan. To Llewellyn on the overlap, but good play by the left fullback there, Steve Gatting. Bryant. Well cut out by Crumpling to Byrne. That's the most ambitious pass of the night from Crumpling. Hello, 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 hello. That sort of throw you do not need. Taylor, but Codner has it, facing the wrong way. And the City are through here now. It's Bob Taylor. He's got Morgan square. It's a great tackle there, a saving tackle by Gary Chivers. And the home crowd really applaud their defender there for getting back. Nothing jammy about that one from Chivers. That was the tackle of the night. Bryant. So now Small with a bit of acceleration there, but Bryant can match him for it. Got some good quick young defenders, Bristol City now. Central back, Marden and Bryant. Taylor's robbed it again. This is Morgan looking for some width, isn't there, so back to Shelton, played through. Crumpling covers. Johnny Byrne making a bit of a foul there, I thought, on Marden, but the referee didn't give it. And Hazelwood is trying to find Taylor, well controlled by striker to Morgan, and Morgan quick to keep it. And a super ball inside there by Newman to Taylor. This is a good City move. Bob Taylor brought down there by Chivers, surely. Referees played advantage, but this is Shelton. And well cleared there by Pates. But Bryant to Newman. This is a flowing move. This is Rob Newman, but again, can't get the power on it, and Digweed had it covered. City skipper Rob Newman pushing up again, getting the ball back, giving it the left foot, but not enough power. But Newman always able to get into those positions. That's one of his talents. Scott up strongly. Morgan, lovely little layoff back to Scott. City's football has been excellent tonight, except in the art of finishing. Codman, well robbed there by Shelton. To Hazelwood. Morgan's there nodding it down, but Brighton cover. Burn against Marden. Brighton throw. It's still in, though. It's continuing. This is amazing. Everyone had stopped. Goodness me, the City defence had stopped, thinking it was a throw-in. Referee calmly waved play on, and Clive Walker calmly made a mess of it. So there we are. It's the night of gifts. They're trying to give each other things, they're not taking them. This is Taylor. Played in for Morgan. But good cover again by Chivers. The former Chelsea lad in his 4th season here. What a fine defender he's been for Brighton tonight. And here's Clive Walker moving smoothly. A touch of the old Chelsea acceleration there. Llewellyn brought down to be booked for that. Roger Wiseman deciding it was intentional and cynical foul there as Walker flew away from the fullback. In went the tackle. Mr. Wiseman decided it could all have been avoided, and it will add up to a yellow card. So the City crowd there will not be disheartened with the way this game's going. Andy May warming up on the line there for Bristol City. Steve Gatting knocks the free kick in. Newman doesn't get ahead on it, but City get away. Byrne stretching his legs to keep it in possession. Crumplin. Pates. Hazelwood knocks that away beautifully to Morgan. Shelton. Inside for Allison. Bundled over there by Crumplin. That will be a free kick on the edge of the Brighton box. And a repeat of the Andy Llewellyn on Walker episode. It's the Brighton right full-back on Wayne Allison booking for Crumplin. So there we are. Shelton will tap it for Newman or Bob Taylor, or maybe they'll use Scott Wide on the left. No, it's for Taylor, and that was smashed into Crumplin there. Hit him on the arm, but unintentionally. And that's given away, but given back. Bryant to Llewellyn. Morgan's in here. And it's a corner kick. Colin Pates only too pleased to knock it out. Gary Shelton there, the hard-working, sitting midfield man. Pates there, number 5, conceding that corner kick. Scott will take it left-footed. Curling it in. Well punched out by Big Wade. Finding Walker. Classic breakaway. Whoops, there goes Shelton, winning it beautifully, turning, keeping it. Small battling. He puts himself a big Mike Small, doesn't he? 19 goals. In the air. Hazelwood yet. Free kick against Byrne there. The foul on Hazelwood. So So City's fans beginning to feel they can come away with an encouraging result here now. Terry Digweed, who's done so much to stop City. Brian will take the long throw from way down in the left corner there. It's a quick one to Scott, who's found himself some space to clip it in nicely, but the defender's a favourite there. Shelton to Scott. Got Bryant outside him. Bob Taylor's in there nicely now, but again Digweed out quickly. Small. So City going to pull Andy Llewellyn off. He has been booked. Maybe that's a factor. Andy May can play in that position. He can also get forward well on the right if that's what City want to do. But they certainly want to get Llewellyn off. And as Allison battles and fights Pates there, they both had a hand on each other. And which way the referee's going to sort that out, I have no idea. Meanwhile, City can get Llewellyn off and Andy May. The verdict's gone against Colin Pates. He's going to be booked, second Brighton defender to be booked in the last few minutes. So Hazelwood with the free kick. Bryant is up, but not strongly enough to beat Crumplin. Free kick to Brighton. So Allison to Shelton, to Morgan. Good control on the run by the striker lad there, and a lovely ball into Newman. A bit of space here. Let's rip. He can shoot, can't he? That's the way to hit him, and Terry Digweed right in position and safe hands. Lovely shot from Newman. Lovely bit of football. Byrne to Wilkins. Walker against May. Knocked away by Hazelwood. Only as far as Chivers there. A shot. Rod Newman there setting himself for the shot. Lovely strike. But Digweed doing everything. And away comes City again through Shelton. I think they sense they can win this now. That's in for Newman. To Shelton again. And Hazelwood. And the flag's up again. Sweep for Hazelwood. Taylor. To Newman. Referee assisted by the linesman there with a decision for handball. So, Crumplin with the free kick. 14 minutes left. Up goes Hazelwood, but only as far as Walker. Walker taking on May, the substitute. Burns got space here. Good shot. Just kisses the top of the crossbar and kisses a goal goodbye. This is where Byrne gets dangerous because he's found himself a bit of space to turn. Takes a bit of a deflection, doesn't it, off Marden, and just grazes the back of the crossbar there. Shelton to Taylor. To Newman. Well, Marden's kept it in and Taylor's spotted it, and he's 1 against 1 now with Chivers. He's laid it into Morgan, who's got it back, and there's a chance here, and again Digweed's fingers grab the ball away from a Bristol boot. Excellent play by the home goalkeeper. Taylor gets away from Chivers here, lays it in. Morgan gets the better of the ricochet there, but can't get it past Digweed to Allison. Newman's up strongly. Barham has it. He needs to be hustled by Bristol. It's Scott getting close. He's made himself a little bit of space to clip it in. Byrne. And away come Bristol City. Marden to Shelton. He's got Taylor on the left. He's got Morgan on the right. Morgan has it. May's making the run. This is May. Crosses back for Shelton, but that's a great saving tackle there by Chivers, not for the first time in this match. This is Bryant to Newman. May. City the brisker and brighter, aren't they? Chance for Morgan, but it's knocked away again there by Gatty. Worried home bench there. Brighton haven't scored for 4 matches almost now. Just a few more minutes, it'll be 4 games without a goal. Wilkins perking up a bit now in this last phase. This is Crumplin. That's a lovely ball for Byrne. Marden's got to him very quickly indeed. Goal kick. Young Marden, number 4, has been outstanding for Bristol for his pace against the likes of Byrne there, number 8. Taylor to Morgan. Allison to Shelton. He's in here. It's a goal. Shelton has scored. Bristol City lead as the watch goes to the 90-minute mark. Gary Shelton scores for Bristol City. There might be just a couple of minutes added time on. I do hope these Bristol fans get off the pitch pretty quickly, though, because they don't want to spoil their team's night. Andy Llewellyn, the Bristol player, taken off there, full of joy, but these Bristol fans need to get off. Delight John Bailey there, just signaling the time to the Bristol players. As you see the move take shape there. And Shelton's in. And takes it very calmly indeed with the outside of his foot. The old warrior, the old warhorse, the experienced midfield player knows how to take his goals when they come. So just the win that Bristol City needed to make a move back towards that playoff zone where their 4 successive away defeats had taken them out of. They've been good at home, and now they've got a bit of form and a result away from home, it seems. So that's just what the doctor ordered from the Bristol City's point of view. It's a disaster for Brighton to lose at home at this stage of the season when they were already in the playoffs, but of course it's not over yet. They'll have 3 more games. Bristol City will have 4 more after this. And there's the goal, as you can see, knocked home, and that is the final result here then. So a final score of Brighton 0, Bristol City 1. Gary Shelton there celebrates. He had an outstanding game in midfield. The despair on the faces of the home fans there. The Bristol fans saluting their side. They travelled 170 miles to see Gary Shelton score that goal. He enjoys it, doesn't he? He doesn't get that many, but and Mark Hazel with their tremendous job at sweeper, and Rob Newman, the skipper, and Andy Llewellyn there, and John Bailey. No, they know this could be the moment when they reignited the promotion flame. And promotion belief now will seep through the West Country once again. Rovers aren't out of it. City aren't out of it. It's going to be a fascinating last month or so of the season. Well, Gary, from Bristol City's point of view, a win was just what the doctor ordered.
That's right. It was an excellent result. We needed the 3 points to keep us hanging on in there, and I think over the 90 minutes we fully deserved it.
Under a lot of pressure to start with.
Yes, that's right. They started far the better side, but the defence, as a back 5, as a unit, played magnificent, defended very well, and as the game wore on, we was the better side.
And then made a lot of chances with the 3 strikers up front.
That's right. I think it surprised a few people with us playing three up the front, and as you say, we created a lot of chances, and we should have scored by at least two.
And then you were beavering away in midfield yourself personally. Then you got forward for the one chance. What do you remember about it all?
As I say, it was very late on. I think the ball was played into Wayne Allison, and he knocked it down to me, and it was slightly behind me, but I managed to drag it through with one touch, and it bounced just kindly in front of me, and I sort of like volley, and it bowled into the far corner of the net.
OK, well, that takes you up level on points with Middlesbrough, who started the night in 7th place. How do you rate City's chances of making the playoffs now?
Well, obviously, we've just got to hang in there. We've got 2 home games now, Millwall Saturday, and then the following week, Port Vale, and they are 2 vital games for us. If we can get 6 points, who knows where we might finish up.
And certainly the result that the fans who travelled a 340-mile round trip enjoyed.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. They got behind us, as you say, from word go, and at the end of the night, they deserved it.
Gary, thanks very much indeed.
Pleasure.
Well, City succeeded in taking the lead at Vicarage Road. Nicky Morgan's shot to be deflected past England's under-21 goalkeeper, David James. City were to go 2-0 ahead when Morgan's shot is to come back off the goal frame, and Rob Newman once again to show that positional sense and score. Well, after Watford drew level at 2-2, City ended their season with a victory highlight, Louis Donowa adding the final touch. But Brighton and Barnsley did not lose, but at least City can claim ending the season top team in the West.